What up? What up? What's up? And my Martin voice, right? How y'all feeling out there? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your man Marq Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats. Man, we got a good one playing for you. But first, I want to know how you guys feel about the interview we just did over there with my guy, Major Key Boxing. Brother from another man, truly an amazing, remarkable guy. Wish him nothing but the best. I dropped the link out there over here. We're gonna keep the same thing going over here. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to get people on the panel over there, but you already know, open channel, open panel, open dialogue, open discussion. As long as we keep it respectful, we can always come back and do it again the next day. Shout out to my guy, J Blues Radio. What up, though? HLD, I see you, my G. Sir Senior, of course. You already know. You know what the business is. Let me set up the phone line, and you guys can beam in. Conversation on the docket today while you're waiting for everybody to beam in and chime in from their respective platforms and areas. Should marijuana be legal in sports? Let's just get it out there. Some people are saying, let Sha'Carri run. If she ain't running, we ain't watching. Bruh. You won't gonna watch it like that anyway. Like, we're gonna stop everything for one you know what? It's too soon. In the words of Stephen A. Smith,
you can't smoke weed. Period.
For now, you can't smoke weed. For now. But maybe they're gonna change that one day. Fantastic interview as always. They always cool with coming back too. You know what? Because we don't set anybody up over there for no gotcha journalism. We don't do that. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. We're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? These guys are candid though. They're very upfront with their wins and their losses. Some of them still think they won certain fights that people might have thought they lost. And I see y'all in the chat. Some of y'all be like, you know,
I want to hear that.
but that's what it is, man. These guys got to tell their story. They think they won. Let them tell their story. They were in the ring. I'm sure they have their own perspective on what happened. So I get it. But let's talk about it, man. Sha'Carri Richardson. But also you guys can talk about the interview too if you want to chop it up about the interview. Do you think we should have asked certain questions that we didn't? What question did we miss? Let me know. Let me set this up over here. Where's that track at? Yeah, man. I thought it went well. Other than the sound. We was definitely having some difficulties at first with the sound, and that was crazy. It was crazy. But he stuck with it. He stuck through it, and I got to give him his props for that. Because he could have just said, you know what, this ain't working. Let's try this another day. We have had that happen before. So definitely want to know what you guys think about the interview. Also, y'all see the banner. Y'all see what we're talking about. Let's do that weekend recap as well. Want to know what y'all thought about with the Chris Colbert fight. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Also, let me know what y'all did for the 4th of July, man. Did y'all barbecue? Did y'all eat the wrong thing like my brother Major Key? Major Key said he's still on the toilet. I'm joking. I kid Major Key. Yeah, appreciate it, sir. Saying he said I think the interview was good. Yeah. Major Key heard me. He said, what up, man? Y'all put some keys in the chat for Major Key. Put that Major Key in the chat. Y'all put them keys in there. Yeah, man, we definitely want to support Major Key and everything he's doing. He said, thanks for holding it down. Absolutely. You hold that toilet down. We ain't gonna turn your platform into something you don't want it to be, even in your absence. Thank you again for calling me and allowing me to participate, trusting me with your platform and your audience and your guests, and as well as your co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. But that's where we at with it. I definitely want to know what did y'all do for the 4th? Y'all let me know what y'all did for the 4th of July. Also, let me know what y'all thought of the interview. Should marijuana be legal? I'm going to open up the phone line, 678-381-1938. 678-381-1938. Let me put the number on the screen and open up the phone lines. Bam. Bam. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so we got the number on the screen. Phone lines are open. Actually, the phone lines are not open. I'm so sorry. Let me click that button. Click this button. Yeah, man. So I was doing the simulcast with Major Key, trying to spread the brand, have some brand awareness with my brother, and also do a collaborative effort with him. If y'all like these simulcasts, y'all let me know y'all like the simulcast too. Definitely shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, leave me a comment, leave him a comment. Let me know, hey, is the simulcast confusing to you? Do you rather just watch it on one channel? Is this helping you guys get the content? I know some of you guys might not follow Major Key. You might follow me. Some people might follow him and not me. So I thought it was dope when we was doing it. So far, so good. It's definitely helping grow. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Drop them damn keys in there for my boy Major Key. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And definitely send them a little change, man, if you got it, man. That $1 or $2 ain't gonna hurt you, but it'll definitely help the show. It'll definitely bring some awareness. All right, what's up, Mike? That guy Eclipse. He said, what's happening, family? Hey, Mike, should marijuana be legal in sports? Want to know what y'all think out there. Should marijuana be legal? Like I said, they saying if y'all don't let Sha'Carri run, they ain't gonna watch. Now I heard some sisters talking to me. They was like, Marq Nash, you sleep, brother. You need to wake up. Get woke. This ain't about Sha'Carri. It ain't about weed. These are racist laws. Racist. I don't know about racist. Might be antiquated, might be outdated. But let's be clear, for some people who are saying, well, drinking isn't legal. I mean, drinking is legal, marijuana isn't. Hey, look, we're not talking about NASCAR drivers who are drinking and driving. I think once we start talking about NASCAR drivers drinking and driving and getting in accidents, yeah, we can revisit this and we can talk about in the terms of alcohol. But right now we're talking about marijuana. That guy Eclipse just pulled up. Talk to me, Mike. You got the floor.
Man, what's happening? What's happening, man? First of all, should marijuana be legal in sports? Let me think about it.
Smoke that shit, Mike. Smoke it up, Mike.
I say it depends, right? Because in certain sports, it depends. Like they don't worry about weed too much in the NBA. Never really had. You feel what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where the IOC's really got to look at it. Where something like track and field, or in the case of say Michael Phelps, like we had said last time, you're swimming, and this should actually be to your detriment. And so if you're doing this and of your own free will, then just know that you're probably fucking up your lungs. You're probably not at your best. And if you're still winning, well, that's on you. But I think as long as it's still, classified as it's classified federally, we got to still move within those bounds. I mean, me, I could give a fuck about rules, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just act like them shits don't exist.
Hey, look, I got a question for somebody in the chat. Let me run through the chat real quick. Jay Blues, you said, what you mean by this, Jay Blues? You said such a meaningless punishment, not a hard drug performance enhancing in the least. I'm going to break that down because Marcellus Wiley and what's the guy's name he do the show with? Is it Ocho? How you say the guy's name?
Ocho, Ocho or something like that.
Right?
Ocho.
Right. Okay. He said something that I thought was very interesting. He said, even Marcellus Wiley, he led it up. He said, hey, look, she jumped the gun, just like in track and field. These guys don't just do the false start because they want to cheat. No, sometimes they do the false start because they're nervous, they jittery, and a false start could happen. If you jump the gun, too many false starts, you out of here. So he used the track and field narrative, say, hey, she jumped the gun on this, she's out. He hate to do it to her, but she had to do it. His co-host said the most telling thing. He said, everybody on that chopping block right before takeoff is nervous. They shaking, they jittery, they got anxieties and stress. You know what would have helped them? A little weed, something to see. So when he said a performance enhancer in drugs and things like that, period. Enhancement is either adding something or it's taking something away. And sometimes taking something away can enhance your performance, i.e. stress,
Exactly.
i.e. anxiety. It can enhance your performance. Some will argue. What do you say to that?
No, I agree with you 100%, and that's why I'm saying like it all depends because you know, like we know that certain type of pills, downers, and all like that, you could pass a lot of tech tests or whatever because you know your brain is in a neutral state
Mm.
as you're going about your business. You feel what I'm saying? And so yeah, I believe I'm with brother Acho on that. But what I really wanted to get on, I know I sent you some things about it. Like I'm not feeling these cats who's like they're going to boycott the Olympics. Like she's not a martyr, people. Okay,
Uh-oh.
she's not a martyr. Okay, anybody, we're adults out here in you know what I'm saying, out here in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? We out here in internet Nashville. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody's worked the job, and your homeboy may have popped dirty. Nash, you was in the military. You had your homeboy pop dirty, maybe in your unit or whatever like that.
Several.
But all y'all say? Did y'all go to y'all goddamn CO and be like, well, shit, we gonna quit this unit because Roger speed tests? How would that would have went? How would that would have went had you would have went to your CO and told him that you know everybody in the unit told you to kiss our whole ass because Smith can't stay off the weed?
No, but look, but Mike, but seriously, you crazy. But seriously, let me go to the chat real quick, and then I'm gonna go with more of this commentary. HLD said needing CBD is very different from needing THC. I'm down with some form of sports allowing CBD for a natural form of anti-anxiety. Marijuana should not be legal in sports. We got one. HLD, you welcome to pull up. See, I want to have this open dialogue. Because I want some people, I don't need everybody to say yeah, and then the whole panel is full of yes. And while we talking about it, we're gonna smoke and everything, roll them up. I like to have the duality of it. Some polarity always makes a good conversation. So if anybody who's anti-marijuana being in sports, the link is out there, pull up, or you can call in 678-381-1938. Also, if you pro marijuana, you can call in 678-381-1938. 678-381-1938. And I want to know what you guys think. I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. So Marcellus Wiley, co-host, I keep forgetting his brother's name. He also said on his show, he said, let's be clear, running in a straight line, this is what he said, not his words, not mine, but I thought it was brilliant when he broke it down like this. He said, hey, do you running in a straight line? Yeah, okay, marijuana, not hurting nobody. It's just you running in a lane. But what about throwing a spear, which is what a javelin is? About 150 meters or so, 150, 200 feet. I don't know. I don't watch that event, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Or what about the disc where you got to spin in a circle and then just launch it? Spectators around, referees got to mark, well, officials got to mark them. I don't know what they call in the Olympics. Are they referees or officials? Somebody let me know in the chat. So judges. Okay, so those people are doing the measurements. So now you're throwing a disc. What about the shot put? You're throwing a damn iron ball. So he said those kind of events, he's like, nah, I don't think you should be able to smoke weed doing or ingest it. But more importantly, here's the deal for me in terms of the sister that I couldn't get out. Another thing that's going on with the Olympics is they don't want the sisters wearing the damn caps. You know, some of the Afro Latinas or the black women, their hair and the swimming caps. They have a different type of swimming cap. The Olympics don't want them to wear it. They was like, no, you got to wear what they've been wearing since it was on black and white TV. So I get that. I get it culturally, but some will argue, hey, black women were swimming and doing the Olympics back then. What did they use for their hair? Look, some systems are antiquated and need to be changed. So I don't want to go into that too much right now. We can do a whole nother topic on that because I had the sister tell me, she was like, Marq Nash, you ain't woke. She brought up the hair thing, and I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with this sister failing the drug test. I want to know, hell yeah, we should be legal everywhere. Pittsburgh, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Pittsburgh, let me know. Is marijuana legal up there? I don't know about your state. Is marijuana legal in Pittsburgh?
Hey, what up, Pittsburgh? We over here at 3:30. Pull up on me. We in Youngstown.
Shout out to my sister Patricia. G Funky, what up? G Funky. I always loved his name. It always made me think about a West Coast rap. He said CBD is a great thing. Hey, look, CBD healed me, bro. I remember taking a trip with Mrs. Nash out to Vegas, and I was sitting in this damn computer chair trying to do curls in a computer chair while I'm watching. I guess the weight was too heavy. Whatever I did, I shouldn't have been doing it sitting in a chair like this, a computer chair that's gonna bounce and give. Man, trying to curl some damn 45s and shit. Trying to curl to 45, put that down, switching to 35, still trying to get work done instead of just going to sleep. And man, when I tell you I could not walk, my back was hurting so bad when we got to Vegas. When I hit the CBD, I hit it, man. I hit it as soon as we walked out the store. I didn't know you didn't post the smoking on the strip right there in Vegas. Man, I hit it right there as soon as I came out. Like big hits. Bike cop rides by me. The guy who pulls up in the Uber and tells me, hey man, I was like, yo, can I smoke this in there? Like when I say I was smoking, we hadn't even been in Vegas an hour. We went to the hotel, came out the hotel, went straight to the weed store.
Big smoking.
Come back out. I told the dude I needed something for pain. I asked the Uber driver, I was like, yo, can we smoke this in the car? He said, no, and you can't even smoke that on the strip. Put that out. I'm surprised that bike cop didn't say something to you. So I tapped the CBD out, and it was like a mixture of marijuana and CBD. I think it was called Fire Starter or something. Long story less long. My back, man, I felt healed, man. I felt healed. Y'all remember Antoine Fisher? You get it healing. You get it healing. You get it healing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So I definitely agree with you. CBD is a great thing. It definitely helped me out. But Sir Senior just pulled up. Talk to me, Sir Senior. How you feel?
Salute.
You got the floor, man. Should marijuana be legal in sports?
Nah, it shouldn't be illegal in sports. That was actually the point I was going to make, is that it calms your nerves and people use it for pain. So if I don't feel no pain, then I can run all day. I can fight all night. I could everything else. That's just with me having the medicinal purposes. Don't let me get high, and as you would say, to start throwing the javelin. That's going to be something extra. Or me going for the long jump, or either trying to whatever it's called, where they use that little pole and they
pole vault.
The vault, yeah,
pole vault. You're going about 8 feet in the air.
Pole vault, I'm high. What kind of mess is that? I'm vaulting into the stands. So I don't think that, like I said in the chat, you can't even simply use Benadryl. I can't get rid of my allergies, but I'm supposed to be able to smoke weed. Nah, that's not right.
Go ahead, Mike. You got the floor. Well, you disagree with Sir, obviously. Sir says, hey, he should be able to smoke weed and compete. Sir said you shouldn't be able to smoke and compete. You say, hey, man, you ain't hurting nobody. You should be able to smoke. Go ahead, Mike. You got the floor.
Well, first, what I did, remember my original answer was it depends, because I'm with the brother who brought up the point, about like, yeah, when you get into javelin, when you get into shot put and things like that, like, like I don't care how good you are, I don't feel right about you throwing a giant spear or busting this gun in a crowd of people and you faded. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just even though I know people could probably do it, I'm not going to recommend it. And so I don't think that weed should be legal in the sport as much as I don't think it should be demonized when you pee off it. I've always, even when I worked in the oil field as a safety man, I was always big. I got in trouble and lost my job a lot because I'd be big on blood tests, not pee tests, because that blood test is going to tell you what you're on right then and there. You feel what I'm saying? Like Sir Senior fucked some shit up I give him a P test. He smoked a couple blunts a couple months ago, like the sister claimed she did. You still gonna feel that P test. You feel what I'm saying? But if I go ahead and get Sir Senior's blood, I know whether he was high right now. You feel what I'm saying? And the main reason I did that is working in that field, I knew how the P test was a way to kind of weed out a lot of blacks, Latinos, and poor whites from certain lucrative jobs, because the white boys are doing the drugs like cocaine and acid that ain't gonna show up in your P test. They doing psychedelics and shit like that. That no, unless you go into this man's blood or go do a 20 panel and then get hair follicles and shit like that, you're not going to get to see any trace amounts of this after the few hours of him taking it. And so, I don't know. I just really don't think that weed should be looked at like it should be. The sister should still be suspended, but I think they should look at the rules. And when it comes to things like marijuana, you know what I'm saying? No, when you do your testing, you should do blood testing, and that's what they go off of to see what you were on during the event. You feel me?
Yeah. What do you say to the people who say, hey, marijuana does give you a competitive edge, i.e., it takes away the stress. It makes you more relaxed. No anxiety. So I'm just carefree. Because for me, marijuana helps me focus sometimes. You get what I'm saying? For some people, look, everybody's brain works different once you introduce a chemical, right? So I got some people I know, we can smoke the same blunt. That was back when people used to pass blunts back in the day, right? And we'll sit there. It's
COVID season. Everything's to the face now.
Right. Yeah, I'm taking this to the head. But look, let's keep it a buck though. Like we all know we got certain people where you don't smoke with and you smoke with them, or let's say you do edibles or whatever. They smoke and they go to sleep. Somebody else can smoke and they act like they just did a line or something. They just mad energetic. Everybody's different the way they react. So what do you say to the people who say, yo, you do get a competitive edge because it helps you folk? G Funky, the link is out there. Give me the link. The link is out there, bro. It's right there.
Yo, as somebody who smokes religiously, bust this. I agree with him. 1,000, 1,000,000%. I agree with him, because you know what? I've done 1,001 things that I probably shouldn't have done, high and whatever. Like I've even worked my job. You feel what I'm saying? I've even worked my job, dangerous technical jobs, high. And I'm gonna tell you what, I shouldn't have done it. Probably should have got fired. But yeah, some of the anxiety and everything, you find yourself in the zone, and it's a little easier to where, say, if you're on the big stage and everyone's dealing with nerves, meanwhile you're walking on a cloud. I don't know. Like, as much as I smoke, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know if that's 100% fair.
Okay, well, the question that we have right now, should marijuana be legal in sports? The number's on the screen if you want to call in, 678-381-1938, or you can beam in and chop it up with your boy Marq Nash. Hey, G Funky, what's up, my G?
Hey, how you doing, Marq Nash? Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Man, it's a pleasure and it's an honor to have you on. I love your show. You got a great show. And like I said, man, you one of the YouTube OGs. You've been doing this shit way longer than me, bro. So it's a pleasure and honor to have you over here. And thank you again for your blessing. And thank you for your time. Talk to me, man. What is your answer to the question of the night? Should marijuana be legal in sports?
I personally think it should. Now, this is coming from a perspective from someone who's used marijuana in the past. I don't use marijuana currently, haven't for about over 20 years, I would say. Used it a lot during high school, but as I got a little bit older, I just kind of moved on from it. But a lot of people in my family use it, including my daughter. But she doesn't really use like we were talking about the CBD earlier in the chat. She uses that for a medical reason. But as far as using it in sports, this is my opinion. I know this is a controversial topic. A lot of people have their opinions and strong opinions on marijuana. Now I've used it during games in high school, and I got to be honest with you, I didn't really feel like I performed any better or any worse. I just kind of felt the same, just for me. I did hear your point about how how athletes, like we're talking about the Olympian who was, basically suspended from the games because of a marijuana test. Now, obviously, that's something on a whole nother level other than high school sports, So I do kind of understand the, would that help them as far as like anxiety or feeling nervous before a game or a track meet competition, whatever it may be. Like, I mean, I never really looked at it from that point. But I also feel like if they're gonna, not allow athletes to use marijuana for whether it be calming them down before a competition or even for healing, then we should be able to not allow these people to not have like prescription pain pills and things like that, because that's also helping you too. Like I say, you got a pulled muscle or something, and they go, well, here, take this pill here that'll make you feel better, and then you might just run better because of that pill. That might have just enhanced your performance. So I mean, there's a good argument to be made on both sides. From my opinion and from my experience, I would say it really doesn't make much of a difference.
Don't make a difference. But look, but here's the thing though. If it can enhance your performance, they know it already for the most part. That's why they have things listed and unlisted and saying you can and can't do it. King Age of Math just pulled up. Bruce Goes just pulled up. King Age of Math, you got the floor. Talk to me.
What's up?
Should marijuana be legal in sports, King Age of Math, in your opinion?
As in 2020?
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Not all.
Late. Don't send us back last year, man. Last year was rough for your boy, man, and many others. Let's not go back to 2020.
Right.
Let me know. What do you think? Should marijuana be legal in sports? You got the floor.
Yeah, not all sports. Not all sports. Something like golf, yeah. But contact sports, pugilistic sports, high-end contact combat sports, no.
So in golf, these guys are holding a club. It's people on the left, people's on the right, and they're swinging a iron pole basically. I don't know how many guys ever went to Top Golf or did putt, but yeah, you can hurt somebody with a golf club, especially if it slip out, right? Or if you beam somebody in the head. Yeah, so like baseball isn't a contact sport. Do you want a baseball player throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastball?
No, that's why I didn't say baseball. I probably should.
You said no contact sport. Non-contact sports is okay. What about throwing a javelin?
Yeah. Nah.
See, because here's the thing, and let's go to Bruce Goals. Here's the thing. Rules are made, like my man said on the other day. He said rules are made for the norm, not the exception, right? You in the car with your wife, Bruce, you in the car with your wife, Jay Blues, or something, and you guys are driving, she's pregnant. Yeah, you're going to run the red light on the way to the hospital. Now, that don't mean you're not going to get a ticket. You still might get a ticket. But the rules are made for the norm, not the exception to the rule. And you probably can get that thrown out when you go to court, but you're going to get the ticket tonight. I think we lost Bruce Goals. No, Bruce, go ahead.
No, I'm here.
Go ahead, Bruce. Should marijuana be legal?
Okay, man. What I want to say about that is I don't think marijuana should be regulated amongst athletes because, first of all, this is an example from professional wrestling. Now, when they had drug testing, they were testing for steroids and for cocaine, which was a good thing, man, because these are bad things. Now, then a couple of years later, they added marijuana to that. Now, that the wrestlers who smoked marijuana, now that was after wrestling. They went to their hotel room, they smoked marijuana, they went to bed, big fucking deal. Now, once they made this illegal for a drug screen, now the wrestlers were going to alcohol and pain pills, which they weren't testing for. The rate of wrestlers dying under 40 has gone through the roof, and it hasn't stopped ever since. Now, this, I think, is directly correlated between the outlawing the marijuana, because like I said, man, they'd smoke weed after a match. they'd go to bed and they'd be good for the next match the next day. But when they're forced to go to hard drugs, painkillers, it's a whole different story. We got suicides, we got premature deaths. I mean, look at professional wrestling, and this, and many wrestlers will agree with me. This is directly attributed to the taking the marijuana away from them.
It's a great point, Bruce.
Go ahead, Jay Blues. You got the floor.
Yeah, facts, Bruce. My whole thing is this, man. It's not a hard drug in the sense that it's going to block out pain and like hold you steadfast in your performance. It's not going to power you like some kind of rocket fuel. It's going to super focus everything. It's going to give you a hyper sense of focus. So Asian Mass point about no combat sports or contact sports is a great point because you're going to be able to focus on your craft. You can focus on hitting the ball with the golf club or baseball, or focus on throwing that perfect pitch. But when it comes to pain and everything like that, just it's not for that, man. It's for ultimate focus and mindset. So I don't see why it should be outlawed. And anyway, regulated, whatever, man.
So how would you? But that's the thing, though. Some people, it helps them focus. Some people will go right to sleep. And so in NASCAR, when you see guys driving a NASCAR, or throwing a javelin or throwing a baseball 100 miles per hour, or a shot put, right, which is typically just an iron or steel ball.
Can I say something about that, Mark?
Go for it. Who was that?
Okay, Bruce.
All right, go ahead, Bruce.
Okay, bro. Now, I think the majority or most of the marijuana users, they use this after competition for relaxation, to help with joint pain, to help with relief from the stress. These guys aren't going to spark up a joint and then go face 100-mile-an-hour fastball or go try to catch a pass from 60 yards out. I mean, it's used properly. It's not used before a sport. You're not going to use it and get in the ring and box Sugar Ray Leonard, get your head boxed. I mean, it slows down the sports performance. It's not made to accelerate it. It's made for relaxation. And that, I think, is what most of the guys who smoke weed, myself included, man, I puff all day because I don't have anything. I'm not operating heavy equipment. I'm not endangering anybody. I'm sitting on my couch, getting on the web and enjoying my bong. And to me, that's I think that's the way athletes treat it too. They don't do it when they perform. They do it after performance.
What strain you smoking right now, man?
Right now, I'm
roll up something.
Right now, I'm smoking some nice PG-13, man. I'm one hit out of the bong at a time. Nice indica, getting me nice and relaxed, ready for a good night's sleep in about 45 minutes.
Now hold up. Myself. Mike, let me give you I'll pass it around. Anybody, or y'all can jump in however y'all feel. Y'all keeping it pretty respectful. I don't think we have to take turns how we normally do it. I just want to say this. You notice how you said indica? You know why? Because there's another type of marijuana called sativa.
The sativa.
That's supposed to give you energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear that?
People
say it don't enhance your performance. There's weed to make you relax, and there's weed to give you energy.
And bro, they also have cross strains that give you both. They relax you and give you energy.
So I gotta disagree with you when you say people aren't doing this before competition, because Shorty just admitted she did it before the competition.
No, she said she did it when her mother died. She did
that was before though. Yeah, that was before she did the trials. She failed the drug test after the trials. She did that the week of the trials, which were held in I believe Oregon. So yeah, she did it before the trial. She didn't run and then smoke. She smoked.
She had some good gas then, man, because she broke a world record.
But they took it away. They took that record away.
It doesn't even exist no more. But yeah, but anyway, I was just getting ready to say, like, and that is why, like I said, like when I had a job where I had to fire people for that same shit and everything, I'd explain to my folks, like, listen, at that time I didn't smoke because there was just too much heavy equipment. There was too much technical shit going on. It's, you could push the wrong button and you killed 30 people. And it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, because it's that easy to do it with this type of equipment to where you can't be high saying, oh shit, no well. You know what I'm saying? But I was always a fan of blood tests, and I worked for companies. I got fired and lost my job because the big higher ups did not want that, because when you do the blood test, you can find out what they have right now. That's why they was able to catch her and find out, yes, she was smoking when she and how she was. Because when you just go off these P tests, I really do believe that an athlete could responsibly Now, I'm not saying the athletes don't get high before the event, but I have no problem with an athlete after the game in their hotel, sitting in their jacuzzi in their mansion, smoking a blunt or hitting a bong or something like that to relax, especially someone like a boxer or a football player. But yeah, during as soon as camp starts and everything like that, then there should be a period of testing where you know that, all right now, you know what I'm saying? All right now, you got the shit. And I think that is slow, and I think that's the most responsible way for these different gaming commissions to slowly start reinterpreting how they view weed. Go to blood tests.
Yeah, Mike, but some of these seasons are real long, and there's no way to tell when they stop, when they started. You get what I'm saying? It's not like the granted Olympics is every 4 years, but you know you get tested year round, even in off season for Olympics. So it ain't no true off season. That's why you hear people say Olympic style testing. You gotta let us know your whereabouts at all times so we can test you at any time within those 4 years in between. Go ahead, HLD. Let me get your take on this. Should marijuana be legal in sports?
No.
All right,
and tell me why. No. What's going on, Mark?
Why, HLD. Come on, man. Your name is HLD, man. You know that's people think you smoke with a name like that.
Yeah, but you know when it comes down to sports, I mean, like I was trying to explain earlier on one of the chats, you know, needing CBD for some form of anti-anxiety, I think it's very different than needing THC to be blown out high. And I don't think that's needed in sports for no reason. Now, if it's trying to be used for some type of medical reason, for it to be used to anxiety or maybe some type of form of pain killing, that might be cool. But just like you just said, that you didn't feel no pain after you had some CBD. So you got the Nate brothers, Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz. You know, they be blown out their mind going into fights, not feeling punches like nothing. And that's a competitive edge. That's a competitive edge if you think about it. Oh, wow. I can't feel what you're giving me, bro. Knock me out. Nope, you can't. No, you can't. You're not gonna feel it like when you're blown like that. So that to me is a competitive edge. If you could take a lot more pain than what the normal guy can because you're blown, that's a competitive edge.
Yeah, but he gonna get hungry in the middle of the fight, though, ain't he? Hey, look, everybody.
Instead of a water bottle in his corner, giving him like.
But in regards to this young woman, you know, I think I put on one of your comments that you had a questionnaire, Marq Nash. You know what? I don't believe it, but also at the same time, it's not an indictment to her because. Real world circumstances happen to all of us. And what was done to this young woman was kind of shady by a reporter who's a stranger who took her up on an interview without no heads up. Hey, did you know your mother died? Your biological mother died? In front of God and everybody. You know what I mean? There was no sense of empathy to bring such a devastating news to her, whether she was living with her mother or not, because they keep on saying her biological mother. So I'm assuming maybe she's adopted or something like that. But still, it's not a news that nobody's gonna take on like it's nothing. And you really have to wonder what was that reporter's intentions with that. You know what I mean? So she was coping with something. I think there's other forms to cope with life. It's not about getting blown. You rely on your faith. You rely on maybe a sports psychologist, family, friends, whatnot. But the rules were the rules, and she knew that she couldn't do that. So it is what it is. She broke the rule. She has to pay she has to be accountable for it. But I'm not indicting her for that. I am not. I'm not. Hey, I'm not.
Is that Bruce over there? You know it's Bruce.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Buddy. There you go.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
bong.
One hit at a time, man.
Hold up. Bruce, you really are hitting the bong right now.
Yeah,
on the
bro.
show about weed.
He bubbling over there, man.
I don't lie, brother.
You got that ice going.
I love it.
I get my bong and it's got a sticker on it that says I voted by mail.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark, I just want to say something real quick because I'm gonna bounce out, man. I gotta be up at 4 a.m. I just wanted to come on and give my 2 cents about this. I do think that CBD specifically should be available to all these athletes because I feel like it's a much cleaner thing than a lot of the medications that are given to athletes and stuff like that. And you spoke about it earlier about how you felt better when you took something with some CBD in it. I can tell you this, man, and I'm a big advocate for the CBD because my daughter is an epileptic.
Man.
I've been giving her
How old is
CBD. She just turned 8 years old in May, and she wasn't even given. Let me tell you, she wasn't even given a chance to live from the doctors when she was born. She spent the first 6 weeks of her life in the hospital, and the rest of that year until she turned 1 year old on hospice because they didn't think she was going to live. Right. So with the medications they were giving her for her seizure activity, really, I mean, I'm talking about some of the most nasty side effects you could think of. I mean, one of the medications that they wanted us to give her could cause her to be blind in the long run, but stop the seizures, So I was like, geez, which one do you pick, So we decided to go the CBD route, and we've been on it for 4 years now, and things have been, I mean, this has been a tremendous turnaround, not only in her seizure activity, but everything as far as her learning, her getting stronger, and just everything, just her complete well-being in life has gotten so much better from it. And anybody that's looking to get off medication or anything like that, I mean, turn to CBD. They have so many different ones, and they all work, man. And this one has been working for my daughter. It's a little expensive, but you know what? It's worth it, man, because it makes her life better, So
Yes,
that's really all I want to say, man. I want to thank you, Marq Nash.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
G Funky, man. God bless, man. That's awesome, man. That you were able to find a way to make things better for your daughter, man. And I know that's got to be a hard struggle. Anybody who's got kids got to understand that's a hard struggle when your child is going through something and you're finding a way to help them outside of your own control. So, hey, man, God bless, man, that you were able to find something that helped out your daughter. And I'm hoping she's doing well every day.
G Funky, was she born with that condition, or did it develop slowly?
Well, that's a whole nother story.
All right. Well, I'll do the G Funky interview one day then. Let's set that up.
Well, I could just tell you real quick. I'll just give you a quick rundown. Basically, everything that happened with her happened the day she was born. My wife had a complete normal pregnancy for the full 9 months. It was just something that happened at birth. She had a loss of oxygen is what it was. They called it hypoxic ischemia encephalopathy is what it's the medical term, where it's just a sudden loss of oxygen to the brain.
Oh, hey, look, I'm gonna let you know. It's a lot of people high watching the show now. Can you say that again slow?
Hypoxic ischemia encephalopathy. A sudden
like
loss of oxygen. Yeah, sudden loss of oxygen to the brain. And the funny thing about the brain is this: it's a very powerful thing. It's an amazing organ that we have. But the problem is it's not like the rest of our organs where it doesn't heal like the rest of our organs do. Once brain cells and a portion of your brain is damaged, whether it be from a stroke or whether it be from a brain bleed, it doesn't recover. Those cells are dead. They don't come back. But the good thing about the brain is this: you have so many cells in that brain of yours that you can train those other cells to relearn things and to help you with other things that part of the brain is damaged. And that's what we've been working on with my daughter ever since she was born. And it's because of that CBD that it's been stopping the seizure activity that she has in her brain. It's been helping her with every single thing in life, man. And I thank God we chose it, man, because the main goal is to get her off of the pharmaceuticals, man. At some point,
What state are you in?
I'm in California.
Oh, so the weed is legal anyway, and the CBD, the weed, everything is legal.
Yeah, it is, but it's not like it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Taxes are a motherfucker on it. Let me tell you, man. And the price is always changing. They're doing so many weird things with it, but it is legal, like you say, technically.
Yeah,
but
you ain't going to jail for a dime bag. How about that?
Yeah, exactly, man. And that sucks for all the people that I know that did some serious time for moving marijuana back in the day. Let me tell you. But
G Funky, if I may ask you a quick question, if you don't mind, is the CBD given to her on like an unlimited dosages, or is it like a specific dosage up to a maximum amount that she can have that you guys have, prescribed by the doctor, I would imagine. But how does that work?
Well, according to the bottle that we have, the max you can give is 3 milligrams 3 times a day. Currently, she's on 1.5 per day. It gets adjusted due to age, weight, and all that type of stuff. Just like any medication. If you outgrow the dosage, they're gonna bump it up for you to get it to work efficiently for you. So, but yeah, I mean, really, at the end of the day, like we've seen a doctor for it who's studied the CBD for it and everything, and he's like, dude, you could give her this whole bottle, and it literally won't do nothing but just relax her, for a little bit. It won't kill her, nothing like that. Like for example, if we gave
try
her
that with
more,
Tylenol.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. You couldn't do that with all the other stuff that's out there. So that's why I'm a big advocate for it, man, because it's clean and natural for the most part, and it really does work, man. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. I mean, I know that there's a lot of science articles and things like that on topics like this, but I've seen it with my own 2 eyes work, man, and a lot of other people advocate as well.
Hey, G Funky, father to father, keep it a buck with me. You didn't up the dosage on the CBD on a fussy night or a night you wanted to spend some time with your old lady?
Let me tell you, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm always a straight shooter. It has crossed my mind, but no, I haven't. I haven't gone over the dosage. My wife would kill me, bro, if I did that. Well, I'll tell you this.
He said, "Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep."
I'll tell you this before I go. I'll tell you this. Those 2 years after she got off hospice were 2 of the longest, hardest years of my wife and I's life. The medications that she was on would not allow her to sleep. I'm telling you guys, she would sleep 2 hours max and be up the rest of the night. And my wife and I would switch back and forth every 30 minutes to 60 minutes, getting a little bit of sleep where we can. And I still got to go to work, and work 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours if there was overtime. Those were 2 of the longest years of my life. And that's when I stopped making videos on YouTube. I didn't have time to do it. I just said, the hell with it at this point. I'm dealing with something else. But I lost about a good 2 years of sleep because of it. And once we got her on the CBD, made a huge difference. Now she's sleeping much longer. So, yeah, I definitely have thought about doing that some nights,
But look, I know you said you need to get some rest now. It's crazy. Soon as somebody say they about to go, now everybody got a question for them. But look, I get it.
But I understand.
Hey, look, hey, G Funky. Hey, look, let me know something, man. Tell people where they can reach you, they can follow you. You got a crazy ass crew, Hispanics causing panic. And I love y'all show. I love what y'all do. I love the poolside conversations whenever you get a chance to do those. Those are my favorite. Talk to me, man, about your show, where people can reach you at, what days you go live, and when you're doing your show.
Yeah, well, you can find me here on YouTube, G Funky Boxing. I do a weekly show every Monday now, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, called Uncensored, where guys can come on and if they want to either talk with us about certain topics in the sport of boxing, whether they agree, disagree, you can come on. You won't be censored at all. You can say whatever it is you want to say, whether you want to yell or scream at me, that's fine. There's little things I don't allow, but for the most part, you're pretty much uncensored. You can also find me on Twitter at gfunky84. I'm on there for the most part. I'm not really on there too much, but you can find me there also. And right. HCP, the podcast, we do it every Tuesday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on my homeboy D-Style Boxing's channel here on YouTube as well. And you guys can also find us on iHeartRadio, Pandora, and all that stuff now. So if you don't want to watch, if you don't have time to watch, just want to listen, you can listen to us there as well.
Absolutely, we love G Funky, but he is kind of moving in on our Major Key Monday turf a little bit, but that's all cool. That's all cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I talked with
Hold on, let me give you one of those. I got one more thing for you before you go. Hold this for me.
Yes, fuck you too.
No, not fuck you. Man. I love you, bro. It ain't that. It's just I'm just getting the jokes off.
Yeah,
But
I used to do the show Wednesdays, man, but my schedule changed due to COVID. So
All right.
Monday nights are the only nights I can do the move the show to be available for. And I talked to Major Key already behind the scenes, and I
Don't
told him, I
talk to
said,
me behind the scene, but it's all good. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
so
I'm
yeah, I was
joking.
just like, hey man, it's nothing personal. It's just something that I had
It's
to
your
do for that
availability, bro.
now.
Look, it's all
Yep.
good. Look, that's when I can do my shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The rest of the week, I'm either handling other business or I'm on daddy duty. But thank you again for your time, my brother. We appreciate you and we don't take it for granted. Don't be a stranger. For sure. G Funky, my G. Go ahead, King Asia Math. You've been quiet for a minute, man. You got anything to say about some of these things we've been talking about tonight?
I don't know. I think you also got to factor in the liabilities if people are going to be using marijuana. Once again, there's a lot of things go into it. We don't know what type of strands is going to be used, so everything is pretty much spread it all the way across the board. But yet there will be liabilities to it. So who's going to absorb that? Who's going to, take responsibilities of if anything goes wrong? So I don't
Good.
think no one discussed that, or even
That's
probably. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that's why G Funk is specifically saying that what they're using for medicinal purposes is just a CBD part of from the cannabis, right? It's not that he's using the THC, which is what gets us blown out when you're smoking. So it's not something that they're smoking. It's an oil or a droplet that they're using. Now, if they're going to introduce this to sports, I think it has its place for pain and for anti-anxiety. But it just needs to be regulated just like everything else. I mean, there's a number of listed of medicines that they can give to the athletes, but it's up to a certain amount in dosages. And if you go above that in your bloodstream when they blood test you, you're gonna get called out on it. So it has its place. I don't think there's any place for you to have to be, high. There's no need for you to be high in sports. So if they're going to use CBD, I think there's a way informed to introduce it and it to be regulated for medicinal purposes. And it obviously is better than all the darkles that they be giving. You see the football players, you see other combat sports, and the opioids are definitely a killer now in this country. So if we can introduce CBD and in a form that can be regulated properly, I think it has its place. But everything has to be regulated. Even the best things in life, even water. If you take too much water, you could kill yourself. You know what I mean? So everything needs to be in the middle. You got to regulate. It's about balance. And so we just got to find that medium where it's okay.
Hey, Mark, I'm
Define.
gonna dip.
Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead.
Can I say one thing before I go?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say about the benefits of marijuana. Personally speaking, I have no cartilage in either one of my shoulders. The only thing that I was diagnosed to fix them was a total shoulder replacement. I was on narcotics for over 10 years. I was taking sometimes 100 milligrams of oxycodone a day. I got off that now, and believe me, the marijuana helps me big time with my pain because I developed Lyme disease, which made it almost unbearable. But there's absolutely no place in my life for the opiates because I've been through a battle with those, and I'd rather take the pain. And at my age, total shoulder replacements are out of the question too because it's an 18-month replacement between each operation, and I just don't have time for that. I'll bite the bullet, and the marijuana helps ease the pain. Believe me, 100% more than the painkillers weren't even working anymore. They were just a 10-year journey through hell. The weed, to me, there's a time and a place for it for everyone. It's not to be done when you're going to operate heavy machinery, when you're going to go play contact sports, when you can hurt somebody. You don't want to be high for that. It's not going to improve your sports. It's going to hinder it. Even the sativa, that'll give you energy, but it's still going to make you stoned. It's still going to make you a little woozy. I'm just a big advocate for marijuana. I've been smoking it for 50 years. I get tested regularly. My breath is fine. My whole system is okay. Believe me, if it wasn't, I'd stop doing it and I'd find another way. But as it is now, I love my weed. I've been smoking it for years. I'm what I call myself a connoisseur now. I use it like a fine wine. I go get taste of it. It keeps me and my wife as best of friends, man. I mean, it's almost the time where we can go out and pass the blunt around. Not quite yet, but man, all my boys on the corner are waiting because I get some fine strands when it comes time where we can kiss again. Brother. I want to say peace to everybody and God bless.
Hey,
God
look,
bless
man,
you,
Bruce.
for
Take
sure,
care, man.
for sure. Hey, look, man, he started off, man. Shout out to Bruce. Hey, Bruce, you got a channel or anything where people can reach you if you want to plug that? That's cool.
Well, no, man. See, what I do is I'm into nutrition, fitness, and health. I've been doing that professionally for 40 years before I retired. And I do a show on Fourth Quarter Fitness. We do it on, in fact, we're doing one tomorrow night. We're doing it on women's fitness, but me and my boy Duke, we get right on board and we deal in everything from weightlifting, nutrition, supplementation. And you can reach me at Fourth Quarter Sports. I don't think I can put a link in there because I'm not blue, but
we'll square your way. We'll get that taken care of for you right now. So yeah, I'll square you away. Leave a comment real quick.
But anyway,
I'll rank you up so you can put your link out there. Is it fourth with the number 4 or is it spelled out fourth?
It's Fourth Quarter. Let's see. Let me get 1 second. The thing.
Hey, look, Bruce, leave me a comment in the chat. I'm gonna rent you up and then leave the link out there.
I just stuck it out there. You just have to cut and paste it
in the private chat.
Yeah, no, it's right in the public chat. I'll
Okay.
throw it in the private chat too, man.
Yeah, put it in the private chat.
But
Thank you so
anyway,
much.
that's how you can get in touch with me. I'm into health. I'm into fitness, especially at our age, man. I'm 66. I'm trying to keep it going to 106, brother. Smoking the weed, enjoying all my buddies on the internet over here. I have nothing better to do right now in my life, and I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. So God bless everybody, and I'll catch you all later. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, man. I thought it was gonna get sad at first, because Bruce started off. He was like, "Yo," he was talking about his condition. I was like, first G Funky, then Bruce. I'm like, y'all making the show sad tonight. I'm like, come on.
It wasn't
man.
sad. G Funky's story wasn't sad. That shit was
no.
It was actually inspirational.
It was inspirational, but it's sad when you hear about a child going through any.
Oh, it's horrible.
It makes me feel sad, and I got a
Thought
daughter.
it was beautiful. Thought it was beautiful.
Let me go. Has everybody had a chance to speak so far? I want to make sure
I want to say one more thing. I've been holding this thought for a minute, man.
And let me shout out to Blood Box and Blood. I want to know what you think about this topic, Blood. So, Bean Man, I know Troy hasn't had a chance to speak. So go ahead, Jay Blues, and then we're gonna let Troy get his bars off, and then I'm gonna go read some of these comments in the chat. Go ahead.
My whole thing is it's a healing element. It's a natural healer, right? It reconstructs everything materialistically in your body, or physically in your body. Like anything cocaine or heroin based, the opiates, like they're going to wear your nervous system out. They're going to deteriorate everything to where the synapses won't even fire and make connections anymore. You get the right weed, you get the right CBD treatment, those synapses can be repaired. They'll repair themselves, and you might even have more connections than ever before. You might actually be more healthy than you ever have before. It might revitalize you. You know what I mean? There's no call for it being like something evil to and another thing, how are you going to regulate it? HOD. Are we going to test how high each person is?
No,
like,
not when you're taking CBD though.
We can do a THC count of their blood, but each person's body is going to regulate things differently. Metabolisms are going to burn faster, so they might still be
THC is different
high
from CBD, though.
Well, how are you supposed to regulate it in sports? What you're saying? I don't
Well,
understand.
you got a great point. He got a great point because, like you said, everybody's body process is different. Not all humans possess the same amount of cannabinoids, and some of that's genetic, some of that is your own personal whatever. Your cannabinoids is your ability to take the drugs like THC.
But you don't need to be smoking you don't have to smoke CBD. You could be taken in a natural form of an oil. You know
no. As far as CBD, no, I've been told you. Like I agree with you. I don't think. I think somebody in CBD or something like that should be used to get these people off the opioids and everything for pain treatment and everything. Because CBD is not going to get you high, not going to do nothing. All it's going to do is alleviate that pain, and so it can be regulated as that to where you can say, okay, all right, this person's allowed to use so much CBD during this time frame before this event. You know, if they go over this amount, then now they're juicing. You know, we can find it. We can look.
I just don't see no need for the THC.
I don't think we can need THC because people get high differently. That's my point. I'm with Jay
Right.
Blues on that. Like, you know, when it comes to like the getting high, the THC, just
Right. There's no
legalizing
need for that in
marijuana.
sports. I,
One
Yeah,
one
yeah,
last
that's
point.
what I'm saying. You can't have
recreational.
that.
There's supplementation of all kinds. People take different alternatives to hyphy mud, right? Or is it just Cali muscle that shovels that shit in his mouth and starts running? I'm saying there's all you can get jacked up on Gatorade, you get jacked up on Mountain Dew, go out there run the race.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna
Anything.
keep it a buck
Why
with
is
y'all.
weed any different?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Back when I used to play
Because the rules
football,
say so.
when I used to play football in high
Hold up, Mike. Let me answer his question before. Just hold that story. The reason why the Olympics say first of all, I think it's like 90 days. It's 30 to 90 days is the suspension for substances that are banned that are not considered performance enhancing. They don't say it's performance enhancing. They said marijuana is often abused. Keep in mind, this rule been there before marijuana was legal in places. Marijuana is also, remember that you said it was a gateway drug. So marijuana is on that list because of cocaine and other things, heroin, all these other things that are Schedule 1 drugs. So they put this as a Schedule 1 drug, so the Olympics go along with it. That's the reason why marijuana is outlawed, because it's abused like cocaine and heroin illegally in so many places. So that's until it's a global thing, I guess, where marijuana is globally accepted, it's going to be there. And that's the report I read when I did my last story. But go ahead, Mike.
Oh no, man! I was just about to say, like you said, there's a lot of things people use to get, to get off and get the edge. No bullshit. This sounds crazy, but when I played football, my freshman and sophomore year, we did a lot of amino acids and smoked weed. Like we would be chewing up amino acids before games and certain practices and shit like that. This is the early '90s shit. And you know what I'm saying? Getting ourselves stupid, dumb, pumped up. Like I'm talking like jittery, pumped up. And, I used to always laugh. Like, my favorite player was Lawrence Taylor, who, as much as I love him, he probably shouldn't be in Canton because he admitted that he would do an 8-ball before the game and an 8-ball, a half an 8-ball before the game and half an 8-ball at halftime.
So true.
Jeez.
So
And you
true.
wonder why he was sideline to sideline. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why, I'm saying, like, no, the getting high aspect of marijuana, I don't see a place in it in sports. Although I do see a medicinal use for THC and all the other derivatives of the cannabis plant. But to let people get high while performing, that's why I back the blood test. If you could somehow regulate during the performance time and give them a time window, get high on your own. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't, until we can get that, until we can figure out that time window that you can test someone's blood and say, all right, yeah, he was juicing during the game, he was getting high, then no, you just can't have it because it affects everyone differently.
Let me let Troy Graham get in because he hasn't said a word since he's been here. Hey, Troy, good evening again to you. Welcome home. It was good talking to you on the other show. Talk to me, my G. How you feel about this topic? Should marijuana be legal in sports?
Some sports, yeah. I don't see you getting, smoking and then going behind the wheel doing NASCAR. I understand the aspect it might take when you're doing combat sports because it does calm you down, but taking more pain doesn't help you fight better. I mean, you might be relaxed and all, but if you don't have the skills to beat the person in front of you, it's not going to enhance you in any way. I have a cousin right now who's a track coach at Howard University, and we had this discussion yesterday, and he was like, "No, it shouldn't be legal in track," and he just got upset with me. So he says no. But to me, I've had it. I've smoked it. I've ate it. I've drank it in the form of tea. Every year I used to go to Jamaica. That's where I spent all my summers as a child. And I developed a cough because we were up in the mountains, high altitude. Grandmother made me tea. I was fine, So, and if you take Montel Williams, he has multiple sclerosis. He uses it for that. I have a cousin that goes on tour with him to talk about using cannabis for pain and so forth. She was in a car accident and his brain damaged. And she doesn't even remember her mother, but she remembers me and some other people. And she has all this pain and she smokes weed. So it helps her out to the point where she goes out on tour with Montel Williams. So, it has its good, it has its bad, but I don't think they should focus on weed when there's other drugs that are really killing people. Cocaine, heroin, and everything else is a whole lot worse than that. I've never seen anybody OD on ganja, natural ganja. I've never seen it my whole life. And we own acres of ganja in Jamaica. Acres.
All right. Yeah, anybody got anything else they want to add? Final thoughts. Let me get everybody final thoughts. And we're gonna land this plane, man. This has been a good one. And I appreciate everybody time who pulled up. We'll go around in any random order. That guy Eclipse, you can go first. Tell people where they can reach you, they can follow you at, and give me your final take.
Yo, that guy Eclipse, you can follow me. That guy Eclipse 330, follow my YouTube channel, subscribe, you can check me out on IG, Barrett XL number 8. That's my IG handle. Yeah, man. I just think that it should stay illegal until they get the metrics to measure how they're going to regulate it. Other than that, I am in orbit. Oh boy.
All right, my guy. HLD, talk to him. You got a channel you want to plug or anything, yo? Or
No,
give me
man.
your final thoughts on everything.
Hey, like I said, I mean, I think it does. CBD, it just the first thing is we have to educate ourselves. Everybody got to educate themselves a little bit more on the difference of THC and the CBD, and what type of CBDs are there that you can use. Does it have its place in sports? I think it does. I think it's a lot better form of medicine than the opioids that are out there. So it just needs to be regulated, and there needs to be like the gentleman was saying, a metric where we can just use it there where everybody's on the same playing field, and it's used from one type of source of CBD, whether it's this specific brand of oil, and that's that. But it does have its place. Getting high in sports, I don't think it has, and there's no room for that in any sports. That's just my opinion. But CBD obviously has a lot of tremendous good qualities, and it needs to be looked into more. And nobody should indict this young woman for what she went through. She did it. It was her way of coping. Could she have found a better way of coping? Yes. But I don't indict this woman. I mean, it was kind of shitty what was done to her by that reporter, and it is what it is. She's a world-class athlete. She's under a lot of pressure, and you can only imagine what it is to be under the spotlight like she is. So, hey, Marq Nash, I do appreciate having me on the show, man. Everybody on the panel, God bless. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, man. I heard a couple people, Jay Blues, blaming the reporter to it. I'm like, how does he know she don't know? Or, in the way the question, we don't know how he worded the question. I've never even heard the interview yet. I wish I knew who the reporter was, because I can look up the article or either look up the clip if it's video or audio, because I'm curious about that, because I'm surprised that reporter hasn't came forward and say, hey, yeah, it was me and I asked this way, I didn't ask that way. You know what I'm saying? Because taking a lot of heat out there, Jay Blues. You know what I'm saying? But give me your final thoughts on everything. The chat is lit. Shout out to Rap Star Blood Boxing. Patricia, Andrew Charles, you guys are hilarious. Taylor Bill, I'm sorry, Taylor Bill. Taylor Bill had a couple jokes.
Shout out to Tank in the chat. You had a great night, great interview, man. Congrats on that again, bro. Good show, man. I had fun. Thanks for having me on.
Want to plug your channel?
Everybody can find me at J Blues Radio. Do partial music, but mainly like fight streams and old school fight streams. It's going to start doing obscure fight streams, but yeah, man, we should be everywhere. It's natural. It's healing, man. It's the ultimate healing ailment, period, bro. Like beyond pharmaceuticals, it goes into spirituality. I mean, it goes into energetic healing. It makes you believe. It builds your mind to be stronger. So anything against it is nothing short of a conspiracy to stop humanity's growth. And with that, I'll say peace out and everybody take care, man.
Okay, for sure. When you do your shows, Jay Blues, when you drop content?
Sporadically. I need to start more of a stringent schedule.
All right, well, in the meantime, in between time, you're welcome to put your link in the chat. Thanks for pulling up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Troy, take us home, man. Take us home. Talk to
All
us,
right, all
man.
right, all right.
Give me your assessment of everything tonight. As you know, this is my second show of the day. We did a simulcast with Troy Graham, Major Key, and Coach Malachi earlier today. Shout out to Coach Malachi and Major Key Boxing, and shout out to you, Troy, for helping put the thing together, putting the beat together like RZA would do, and letting us spit them bars. So I appreciate it. Talk to me. Give me your assessment of everything. Your final thoughts on the interview. Also, the comments we hearing tonight. I've seen my boy Sir Senior saying people don't. He said people don't want to hold black women accountable. He said they don't want to hold them accountable. Like that's what is it? Did you read that one? Shout out to
No,
Rap
I'm not
He's smoking.
No.
Say he's smoking in the UK.
All right. Well, let me say this. You know, a lot of times when you read something on paper about someone, this has something to do with the interview we did. It doesn't do them justice. We had Troy Dorsey on today, and a lot of you might not know who that is. If you go Google him, he had 30 fights, 15 wins. His record is littered with a bunch of red on there. But the fact is that this man was a 5-time martial kickboxing champion, and he got into boxing, and he became a 2-time world champion, which has never been duplicated ever. And in one fight, he threw 1,500 damn punches, nonstop. And I've never seen this man tired. He fought a gentleman by the name of, for good Lord, I don't remember the cat's name, but the cat was an acrobat. He was an actual clown that came from a Mexican circus and turned into a boxer. He frustrated the hell out of everybody that he fought. Troy Dorsey actually beat him, but they stole the fight from him twice. He would just put it on you all damn night. And that's why I wanted him on the show. I know he wasn't too well known by a lot of people, but I knew what he did. So I had to give him some shine. So thank you for coming on, Mark. Also, Coach and Major Key. And since I know he's in the chat, this is Major Key. I'm going to quote something Troy said. You're the leader, right, Troy? Yeah.
Yo, I almost choked when he said that. I was like, see, Major Key, that's what happens. Like, you gotta get off that bad food, or at least do the first 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? At least do the intro.
And then the whole thing with
he got all your power. He got Major Key. He got all your power. He's Major Key and Troy Graham.
Yeah, with duels. Yeah, but back to the ganja. I've never, like I said, I don't know anything about these new strands and da 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 da. I know that when they picked it from the ground and gave it to me, it didn't damage me. I smoked one time in my life. That was 5 or 6 joints all at once. I was a bad little child and mad at my uncle. And I smoked all his marijuana, all his ganja up in one day. I got the hell beat out of me too. I actually thought I could fly at some point, but I didn't. But, you know, like I said, it has its good and it has its bad. I don't see how it aids you in running a race if it calms you down. I really don't. Because if you don't have the speed to beat the person next to you, how does it help you?
Hey, am I tripping? But are they saying in the chat that she's also a lesbian?
That's because she look like a dude. That's why people say that.
Man, they better not, man. Because I was about to say, if she's a lesbian too, a gay black woman, that's what all this is about. She's got too many adjectives to her name. She's damn near bulletproof. Let social media tell it.
Hey, Rapstar, my bad, bro. I was adding you as a moderator. I think I just I timed that comment out or something, so that's a mistake on my part. But trying to fix it.
Troy, you get a little too comfortable with not deflecting. You know what I'm saying? When they ask you if you a leader or something, bro. I be seeing you on Blue Bloods or on Barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't see me on no Blue Bloods because I'm blocked as hell from him. I can't know. You ain't see me on there.
Hey, we're gonna have a Major Key Monday where Troy Graham and Major Key is gonna talk about who the fuck is Major Key. You know what I'm saying? Because whether I'm sick or not, you know what I'm saying? This is Major Key. All right, man.
Major Key,
slipping, bro.
Major Key is speed racer, man, and I'm racer X.
Sick stomach just to correct you, bro.
Right. You gonna let me? Hey, man, calm it down. Look, Major Key is speed racer, and I'm racer X. But since he was sick tonight, I was the leader. Yeah.
Y'all boys wildin', man.
Hey, this is how we talk, though. We competitive in nature. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? But you know, I got mad love for them. But, you know, at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't let them kick you while you're down. You got to get up and muscle them right back down. You know what I mean? Like, hey, understand where you stand, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I respect the petty. It's all right.
Like that. It is petty. That's why he said it, because there was no reason for him to say that shit.
That sounds like a t-shirt, Mark. Hey, Mark, that sounds like a t-shirt.
He saw me in the chat, so he wanted to say that shit so he could get me up here. So he got me up here. You see that? That's exactly what he wanted.
So now I'm up here. Shots fired. We shooting. What's happening?
Exactly. Boom. Exactly. So anyway, man, yo, I mean, we got some more. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Let me ask you something, bro. What question did you think we should have asked that we didn't ask?
No, I think y'all kind of touched on it. What I was asking was asking him about the nature of boxing, right? But he answered the question without you guys asking the question later on. I know you asked me in the private chat, what do you mean the nature? But what I'm saying is that the nature of boxing was. I asked this question to every single interview, like as far as like the way it used to be versus the way it is, right? Right now, you know, for example, I'm not gonna help that person out and give them a bag because I don't like the way they rock. You know what I'm saying? Or they on the other side of the street. Or hey, you know what? Nah, that's like my brother. I'm not gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? It's like all this bullshit instead of I'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? And you heard Rockman say, I don't give a fuck if you was my brother, my sister, my mother. You know what I'm saying? If there's a bag and we fighting, I'm gonna fight you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's a whole different story right now. So that's what I meant about the nature of but he kind of touched on it because what he said was he doesn't watch boxing like that anymore. So therefore he wouldn't have been able to answer the question. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I left it alone.
Yeah, I don't know about fighting my mom, but I don't gonna lie, my mama G though, she'll be like, just make it fast, baby, just do it and get it over with. Or she might be like, shit, nigga, you better watch this left. Better watch this hook. I'm coming for you too.
Hey, listen, my mother's blind, got a gun, and she smokes a lot of weed. So God forbid I fucking throw a left, you know what I'm saying, or come in the dark, you know what I'm saying, and she think I'm throwing a left and I get clapped up 5 times, you know what I'm saying?
Quickly.
I'm not playing with my mother, man. She's a 60-year-old G, bro.
I can tell you this, man. I learned my combinations from my mom. She used to throw a left to the body, then to the head, and then throw a right hand. That's a combination that she used to hit me with. That and a skillet at times, but we gonna leave the skillet part out.
Yeah, my mother had the Indian head rings, bro. The Indian head rings, bro, throwing rights and left. And all I could do was block because I couldn't hit her back. So all I could do was block what was coming at me. That's it.
Nah, she's a fighter though, man. I give it to her. She's a 5'7" fighter. And she beat up 2 men that tried to rob her in the South Bronx one time. And she busted them up so bad the cops were going to take her away. And then the crowd the crowd was like, no, it was them. It was them who stole from her. Yeah, but she denies that story now. She said that never happened because she's a sweet grandmother now. You's a liar.
Hey, yo, no, I feel you, man. My grandmother Seminole, she got bodies, like, you know what I'm saying? She got bodies, it's known. Like little young boys trying to break into a house in the 80s and got their issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and she be playing like she's still a sweet old lady, like she old me an Indian lady. God bless her. It's her birthday today, you know what I'm saying? God bless my grandma, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I got to get up out of here. Before I get up out of here, man, I just want to say shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you, Nash. And, prayers up to OG Scotty White, man. I hear him dealing with something, man. So, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. I need to call him. Is his family okay?
It's some health things. It's on his IG. I just looked at it and see.
I'm going to reach out to the guy, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
I saw him at the fight at the weigh-in and stuff. We was right by each other at the media thing. Actually, he's in a lot of my footage because he was sitting in front of me. So yeah, man.
He hit you with the Frank Lucas.
No, he was just there, man, early. Nah, he cool, man. He cool. You know what I'm saying? I could have moved up closer. It was seats there. I just wanted my spot. I wanted to sit where I was at. I thought it was a good seat. I didn't want to be right there up front. Plus, I was smelling like Sha'Carri Richardson a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yo, I should have said that. It's all love. It's all good. It's all.
have that.
You know what I'm
Hey, you know
saying?
they're gonna have that Shikari strain coming real soon.
I already seen the write-ups. I already seen the pictures. I seen like the memes of the pictures already.
You already know
and
smoking
you
that
know it got to be
Shikari.
a sativa though, right? They can't give you no downer. She a fast ass woman, man. So yeah,
Well,
man.
y'all,
I
I'm
wish
still feeling. I'm still feeling sick. I'm out, y'all.
All right,
God bless both of y'all.
Be safe, bro. All right, go ahead. You got anything else, Mike? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Hey, stay blessed.
Always.
Yeah,
Troy.
same here. I'm going, man. I'm getting up for work in the morning. I am going.
Absolutely. Glad you pulled up. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your final thoughts, my G. Yeah, man. What can I say, man? It's been another great episode of Breaking the Beats with your boy Marq Nash. He is I am he. Yeah, it's been a good show, man. I need to get up early tomorrow. Hopefully I can catch this barber shop and get myself looking like a human again. I'm looking a little rough over here. But yeah, man, it's been a good show. Prayers to G Funky and his daughter, man. I didn't know he was going through that, but he said she's definitely better due to the CBD. So yeah, man, what can I say? It's been a good show, man. If you guys got a channel and you have a wrench now, blood boxing, you can definitely drop your link. Transcendent Sports Channel. I think you wrenched up. You can definitely drop your link. Click with Search Scene. Yours is out there. And that's all I got, man. I run this outro. Y'all, yeah, man. Y'all drop your links in there so people can support you and know where to follow you at. And that's the end of this one, man. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. It's your boy Marq Nash. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I feel like squeezing into those letters. Y'all know how I go. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. Try to talk about a lot of real shit, but we're going to get the jokes off too. My final thoughts on this, man. Hey, do what you do. Whatever you choose to do, just know it's consequences to every action. And it is what it is. I wish you guys nothing but health, wealth, and prosperity. I will see you on Wednesday. Peace. I'm going to let this run while y'all drop y'all links for y'all channels, man.
This is my passion. This is what I
Then
love to
run the
do.
outro. Y'all be safe. Peace.
But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your area. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures. You and your protocol. You and your policies. None of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas.
you and your standards. You and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers. Going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged. Stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real. But I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
I know the song is called I Hate My Job, but man, I love the job tonight, man. I love y'all so much. It's been a great show. Thanks for everybody who pulled up. Thanks for everybody for dropping their links in the chat so people can know where to follow you at. And they can follow that dope content, man. It's a movement over here. We trying to show love. But that's how you get love. You feel me? Each one teach one. One hand wash the other. Both wash the face. We can grow together, y'all. It's your boy Marq Nash. I'll see y'all.
This that squad sound.